Hello, guys. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. See, don't just mind my face. I'm just waking up, but I was supposed to do this video yesterday. I promised to release it yesterday, but it's been a lot in my head. I really didn't even know how I wanted to really start the video. Yeah. If this is your first time seeing my face on this channel, welcome. Welcome. I'm always the bubbly person. Let me give you small. For my returning subscribers, my family members, welcome. Yeah, my name is Abisola Stephen-Olorunsusi, and this video, from the title and from the thumbnail you'd have seen, it's a very special video to me. Yeah, a lot of vulnerability to be seeing me there. I'm not editing this video, it's coming out just the way it's like this, no editing, no anything, so that you understand how this video is to me. Yeah, so without much ado, let's jump right into it. So today is 20th of July, tomorrow is 21st. 21st is my birthday. Yeah. 21st of July is my birthday, and I'm going to be having a worship session this evening, starting from 11 p.m. today to tomorrow, my birthday, 12:15 a.m. A 1 hour 15 minutes worship. It will be airing live on Instagram. My Instagram link is in my description box. Yeah, airing live. You can join me to worship. I know that people, I've been sharing the flyer. A lot of people are, what's so special about this worship? It's special to me. I'll be turning 20. It's not 30 years. So I was like, is it milestone age? 28 is milestone to me. Every age is milestone. And because of how God have brought to me, I do not want to take any age for granted. Yeah. So this is it. Let's start from the very beginning. I was born July 21st, 1995. I remember my parents said that it was a raining day. Please don't mind any noise, any background noise you hear. Just don't be there. This is in the morning. It was a raining day, and I was giving birth that day. My mommy's birthday happened to be July 22nd. I used to ask her that, why do you not wait? Yeah, why do you not wait? Let's all be this birthday mate. But the woman like too much party. She wants to do my own birthday and still do her own birthday. Sure, you get it. So basically, I was born in 1995. It will be 28 years tomorrow. And it was into a beautiful family. By the way, I'm July 21st. My father is April 21st. My mom is July 22nd. I share the same birthday, 21st, to my father, and the same birth month to my mother. I'm a true child of my parents. When I say this, my husband is always saying, so your siblings, are they not true children? I'm like, well, it just shows I'm the first born. Don't mind me. It's just the plaything, but it means a lot to me that I share the same birthday, 21st, with my father, and basically the same birth month to my mother. It gives me this kind of connection. Sure, you guys. Yeah. So yeah, it's very beautiful baby. If I was going to edit this video, you would have seen a lot of pictures, but I just thought to just put out this video like that, so that you get to see it in real time. And I grew up. I remember I used to have birthday every year, such that people already knew I was going to do birthday. So they don't even need invitation to come. I used to have made a lot of birthdays. I did my 1 year birthday, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. I do birthday a lot. And my mommy likes celebration, so she would celebrate the birthday for me. I saw a lot of pictures that I'm posting them maybe in the community, so you can see some funny pictures of me when I was young. Yeah, because I liked birthday a lot. Well, that's besides the point of where I'm going to, but I just want us to move from the beginning. And then grew up with my family, a lot of ups and downs through childhood. We're exposed to a lot of things that our parents might not necessarily know about because they trust the wrong people. But that's story for another day. Moved to primary school. I was not like the brightest of students in primary school. I was not the brightest, like maybe I remember in my primary six, yeah, in 600 level. In my primary six, basic six, what they call it now, BA six, I don't even know. I used to be, we're 18 in the class. We had the first six, second six, and third six. I was the highest of the second six, so seventh position. Lorok. I was not a prefect in primary school. I just maybe class monitor. Then I moved to secondary school. I finished primary school in 2006 at the age of, I think if it's I think I was going to be 11 because I always celebrate my birthday at the end of every third term. You know, this is July now, children, this is third term. So most times my birthday always falls the last week of school or a week after we just vacated. But most times I always get celebrated in school. It's always the last week of school. So I clocked 11 just immediately. I graduated from um primary school and I entered um secondary school. I went to Bright Rainbow International School for my primary school. Bright Rainbow International School. That's cool. Oh god, it was in my school now. I'm proud of that school. It's in Papa Jao. Yeah, Bello Street. I think 2 Bello Street. Then I moved to secondary school. I attended 2 Year Comprehensive College. First started in Egon. Yes, we used to go from Mushin. Boss would take us to Egon. That one is even one. Ah, God. Seniors use our ICC Pepe. All you these seniors, God will bless you. We had 4 buses. So one bus was for GS 1 to 3, one bus was for SS, one bus was for SS2, one bus was for SS3. So she said that bus was for GS 1 to 3. The GS3 students were the boss of the bus. Then for some GS2 students that have mouths, they will have seats. The rest of us, GS1 and the GS2 that don't have mouths, we will stand in the bus. I remember those times, seniors, don't touch me, don't do this. But God bless one senior that was always lapping me. She was staying very in front of my senior, Ekperika. She would lap me. But this when she's not around. But some seniors were wicked, very wicked. If you touch them, they can slap you, through compounds, different things. But that's this. That is the point. But seniors, Mashika, if you are still in secondary school, and you happen to watch this video, don't be a wicked senior. Sure, you understand. Even if they did it to you, you don't need to do it back. Yeah. I know the seniors that did these things. We forgive you. Okay, so just one, just two, just one. I was already trying to be serious because I started getting, I'm like, I need to be best students too. But then just two, we had to move back to Mushin. So they had a new branch of 2 in Mushin. They had to be going all the way to Ego. And we suffered all those seniors. Wahala. So we came in GS2. And then GS2 was like no, we had GS3. The GS3 students too came. So they were the prefect at the time. But they had to go after a while because at the end of the day, you had to still go and write your junior work in Edcon so that they can register 2 year centers. So when they left, we had prefect. So when I was 9 years too, my principal, Mr. I didn't return out took special interest in me. He would say, Abisola, be serious, blah blah blah. Where how many girls then? I think sorry about the lights. Oh my god. Okay, sorry for that. So we were this lights it wants to okay, sorry. So we were four, I think 4 girls in my class then and 11 guys. I think so. Myself, Miriam. So I can't remember my classmates again when I was in GSS. I forgot. Okay, Toyosi. I know that we shall forget. We had a lot of guys. They used to say it's girls that used to be much more. We were just and then my principal would come. So what now really encouraged me was one time we had a new student. I think he was in second term. He came. His name was Chukuma. So when he came, I think I told the principal that he's going to be the best in the class. So when the principal came, principal was like, this girl is the best in the class too. I didn't even know at the time. I had not started checking to know if I was the best. I didn't know that in first time I actually was the best. So the principal had told him, so he saw me like a competition. Blah blah blah. From that GS2 till GS3, I was the best in class. Yeah, I'm happy. I was the best, and I remember that in GS3, we went for junior YEC, Kinecon, blah blah blah. Then we got to SS1, we had to still go back to Egon again. There was no senior branch. We did SS1 in Egon. Then we came back again, GS, SS2 and SS3. In my GS3, let me mention, I was the head girl. Yes, let me be proud. And then in SS2, when we came back to Mushi again, they created the senior branch. I was there again because the highest class was SS2, was us. They didn't bring the SS3 students since they were going to eventually write their work in Eco. So it was also from GS2, I was head girl. And I remember that time when they wanted to choose prefect, something happened. So I think we're supposed to write, was it GS SS2? We're supposed to write one exam like that. They said we're going to use the exam to pick prefect, and I was not sick, I was not around. When I came, now read the exam the next day, it was English and maths. And I think they just taught them a topic in, was it in maths? Yes, I was not around. And I used to be very good in maths. Shasha, I got 1/10 in maths. I got 10 in English. My score was 911/20 for the prefect exam. And they now decided to now come and call our results in public. Hey, I felt humiliated. I already thought that finished. I can never make profession. But when they now called the prefect, I was sure the head girl. I was sure happy. Grace had been speaking for me to pay. SF3 too, I was the head girl, and I was still leading in the class, I was in science class and all of those stuff. But now I'll start talking about things that really um, shaped my life. So I remember that in SS2, I wrote GC. I went for lesson. I wrote GC. I remember my daddy following me to my GC center then, and when we got to the GCE center, I saw some parents bringing their children and paying. I was asking my dad, what was happening? How old was I then? I think that was 2011. Yes, I remember. That was 12 years ago. Yeah, 12 years ago. I think I was 16 and I was asking my dad, why are these people paying for exam? I don't know. Little did that was a special center. So when we were writing the exam there, my dad taught me one thing, say feel honorably, pass honorably. When we were writing the exam, I noticed that when they'll come and call answer, me and some other girls, like three of us, will not write. When they finish calling the answer, they'll call OBD, they'll write theory. What now annoyed me is that instead of them to leave us, I don't want to write the answer. They will now collect everybody's paper because all those invigilators want to go home. Exam that is not 3 hours, they'll make it like maybe 2 hours or 1 hour, 30 minutes. Once they finish calling the answer, best believe end of exam. Shasha, when results to come out of 9 subjects, I had 5F and 4 C's. I cried. But my dad was like, I'm proud of you because I was always reporting to him what was happening. Sha, you did it yourself. Eventually, when I wrote WAEC, I had 6 distinctions and 3 credits. Yes, clap for me, clap for me. And I did it myself. Although my own school still had a lot of malpractice because they used to have many external students. And because external students got to pass, they used to give them a book. But me, I know they write down. But it's on the board. So the highest you can do is to compare with the answer. But it's not like you change anything. But you can't but see it. Oh well, I'm not rubbishing to you. I think to you are strange now. But then they were just trying to help those external students because they were agbalagba. So but there's something that happened in my SS3 just before we wrote WAEC. We're going to write JAM. That year, JAM in 2012, JAM came before WAEC. And I remember that I went for like 2 weeks lesson and I was not in school for like 2 weeks. And my mommy had come to tell my principal that I won't be around. Truth is that in SS3 second semester, they really need, we're not really doing anything. But then they'll collect school fees for second semester, second term. They'll collect school fees for first term, second term, third term. I don't know why they do that. And also call it WAEC and ECO. So I didn't go to school. I read. My classmates too. They already planned it. Most of them, I know that they did origin. But everybody knows they're safe. When the results came out, that day we were having a lesson in preparation for our WAEC. So everybody was like, let's go and check our results. I wanted to check my own first because I was the best student in the class then. My dear, we got to Saba Cafe. As we shared the results, I got 192. Hey! Premium tiers. That's how my friends were like, no, my classmates were like, this cannot be my results. I didn't know me, I read blah blah blah. Last, that was my result. When I got to my daddy had the idea that JAM result was out. My daddy too now checked it. 192. I didn't know what to think. But my classmates, as God will now have it, all of them were passing. Even the people that did not look like they knew what they were doing, 240 something. But many that some of them is a expo that they did. So they were why you disturbing my video. So I cried. But something happened. I remember that we went to Echo. I said we always eventually going to write our exam in Echo. And that day, there's this particular classmate of mine. I'll mention his name because he has bullied a lot of people. His name is Michael Rishadari. Michael Rishadari said something to me because me and one other lady in my class, her name is Pelumi. Pelumi is was my church member, and she came to that place. God bless her mom, a mom of blessed memory, because her mom wanted us to go to the same. I'd always wanted us to go to the same school. So eventually, in senior secondary school, we started going to the same school from SS1. So we're in the same class, and she too had 199, I think. So we're the only two that did not get up to 200. think, yeah. So it was not like I want more four square because I mean planning for square. I want more. We Kiniko was insulting that with all my best students, Kiniko. I remember that we were in the lab, we were preparing for chemistry practical for it, and then somebody said something, and it was like, I really wanted to something like it really made it bad. Like I really felt bad. First of all, it's fine to deal with the fact that this year you might necessarily not be able to go to school because you didn't have up to 200. Then somebody now making you feel bad. It was terrible because he had 200 for something. It was making us feel bad. I'm sorry, I know wishing bad, but last, it's not easy to enter school because you know work for it. But wherever you are now, God bless you also because you have not changed. You're always bullying people and feeling that you are better than them. I remember you made my friend Susan Johnson feel, made her feel almost less of herself. Why? Because she was on the what was it? She was, this is what I always like to use. She was plus size. You know, she was a beautiful pink and she worked on herself. Made her feel bad. You're always insulting her. To the extent that my friend, when we are going, she'll be asking me, Bisola, who is bigger, me and this person? That's how you insult everybody. You feel like you should have morose. I hope you have changed wherever you are because you still did one recently that we were even years later. But because I forgive you, I leave you to God. So it really made us feel bad, and I really felt like, was I going to go to school? But my loving mother, when I'd gone ahead to go, and because I didn't have in mind to go to school in Nigeria, but some things happened and God had better plans, sure. So I didn't have any school in mind. Mommy now came on there and said her sister told her about OAP degree. Long story short, I went to write OAP degree exam. I went to Ife to stay with my cousins. I read. I went to lesson. When I did the exam, I had 44 over 100. When cutoff came out, and I chose BCP, biology, chemistry, physics, thinking I was going to 10, I wanted to study medicine. When result to come out, cutoff was 49 for BCP. That's those that are in that combination. Then that's how I know it's cutoff. Hey, I'm also console. Oh, my parents and my auntie, they knew people in OAU, professors. So professors, they had slots. They now said that okay, I should submit my WAEC result. My WAEC result was good. To be sure that who they want to give slots makes sense. So when they checked my WAEC results, they just called me that they gave me admission. I should check. When I would check, that's how they gave me CMP. And now I say why? Now say because my WAEC is good and my maths was good, my physics was good. Yes, my maths I had B2. Physics I had B2. Physics, chemistry. I don't really like chemistry. But they were like, it's better than me doing BCP. Who sent you message? Me that I say how to do BCP. How am I gonna be a doctor with CMP? But then my daddy was like, you don't know what it is. And then my daddy always talked about, this video is already long, but sorry, take it like that. I always talking about food science and technology. I always said that course. My uncle did this, my uncle, Debari, then his wife too. And then his wife was working at Unilever. She was doing well. He said he was doing well. He had worked in many companies and now he had his own farm that he was working on. Presently, he's doing well, with his farm. And his wife is one of the top people in Unilever. He used to talk about that course. The course is good, but I'm like, most food science. Well, we just started PDG and we need to choose the courses we're going to do. So, my first choice, I chose food science and tech. Not like, because that is a CMP course, it's a tech course. Second choice, I think I chose, I can't remember, industrial chem. So I don't know, I should have chose it, blah, 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 blah. But in my mind, I took JAM. I was like, I'm going to still do BCP. I chose medicine. And part of the criteria to move to OAU, even if you pass PDG, was JAM. PDG, first contact, we call it contact. And you have to have 60% to pass PDG. At the end of first contact test, I had 16 points. It was not even up to 30%, over 30. 30% of 30 is 18. At the end of the contact, I had 54 or something. It was not up to 60%. And they're going to cumulate everything. Second contact test, I had 17.4. I was like, God, am I going to pass? And my parents had paid a lot of money. But glory to God, I finished with 60.4. The cutoff for food science was 60. And may I mention to you that I wrote JAM, I got 192 again. In short, I thought Boya JAM released my result of last year. And they told us you have to get up to 200. But God did it, sha. Somehow, OAU said all you needed to do was to just pass JAM. I think get above. They first said 180. Then later they now said as far as you register for JAM, that those that got lower than 180 should go and register for the next JAM. They will just use the registration number. Somehow, Grace covered for us. And we got into AU. AU came, resumed, and it was fun. I met a lot of friends and then we resumed June 1st, 2014. That they started doing a lot. School fees is much. that school fees is meant to be so thing. The share did that later. Last we went back home after less than a month. We went to June 16. We stayed at home till before we resumed August. So that period of staying at home, I was in If I had not go to Lagos. Mommy not came for a wedding. Then I used to be on I used to be a tomboy. I was on lookout. So mommy saw me, she was like, ah, this girl, you look lean. And our senior sister's husband that was not saying that no, no, she this actually too, she looked lean when she was my age. That is my I'm not saying no, she know her daughter. I'm looking lean. And as of that time I was having a cough and my chest, it felt like I could not cough something else. Long story short, mommy said I'm feeling as because I say no. I'm staying in Ife Rose. Mommy's carried me to Lagos and carried me to hospital. Long story short, they found out that I had tuberculosis. Nobody in my family has had that thing before. How? Blah blah blah. I had to go to a specialist hospital in Yaba where they treat that place. They only treat tuberculosis. They have HIV patients, and after a while they start using for Ebola when Ebola broke out. So a lot of things happened. I started using drugs. I had to use drugs. I was going to use drugs for 6 months. That I was in the first stage. As I was going lean, when I went to the hospital, I saw people that they were so lean. You see their leg will be very fat. You know that this person was fat in their life. Ah God, I saw different people. Then the people that they miss their drug, because if you miss your drug, the is it bacteria or the virus, whatever it is, become resistant to the drug, so the drug will not work. So those people, they will not start giving you injection. If the injection did not work, they will not put you one cubicle in mainland. You might just die. Tuberculosis kills. That's why drugs are free. Federal government have made drugs free, but it's just the drug that you have to use every day. Use it for 5 minutes before your breakfast. So I started using the drugs. It was not funny. At first, I couldn't share things with my family members because I didn't want to give it to them. Well, I resumed AU back in August. I was using drugs. I could not go to class early. Maybe people thought I was a very unserious student because in part one, everybody expects to be serious. I come to lecture theatre like a few minutes to time, and everybody will have rushed to also for seats because in part one, in every department is doing the course, so you have to learn also for seats. But my friend Angela will make keeps it because she understood that I had to use drugs for 5 minutes before breakfast and after take breakfast. It was a long chapter, a lot happened. I've talked about it before in one of my videos, I'm very sure. Sha. Part one came, we did the exam. The times I failed, I remember I remember that yes, I was sick one time. I was sick that I could not write chemistry 101 and physics 101 exam that I failed it. I've talked about this too in my I had extra year in OAU video. That video will be somewhere in my page. You need to go and watch it. And now that I had to have carryovers and all of those stuff, and how God shall helped me. See, let's fast forward to 500 level. When I was sick again in 500 level. I was sick again many times. The devil tried to. But the terrible one was the 500 level first semester. I was so sick when I came home. I told my mom I'm not going to school again. It was that bad because I was scared and I already had a lot of carryovers already. In short, I had carryovers test and I already knew that there was the course that was going to make me have extra semester or extra year. It was the second semester because I thought it was going to be extra year, but God did it share somehow. And I told my parents I'm not going to school. I lost hope. I remember that day, me, my mom, and my dad were crying. My dad was like, "Don't worry, we believe in you. I will pay the school fees. You will do it." Thank God bless my parents. At the end of the day, the course I was supposed to have extra year for was the second semester course. It was not a course like it was supposed to be a restricted elective in my department. I thought they were going to waive it. So I saw a place in our handbook. Sorry, this thing was open. So I saw a place in our handbook that said that we could actually waive it, but my part advisor said no, it wasn't going to waive it. And then they now released our name for. I should paid for. He now said the only thing you can do is we should take the course in the first semester. We should take another elective. Thank God, I was very glad. I don't have to have extra, just extra semester. And you still get to graduate with your mates because OAU's graduation was always December. So we had finished school March, so we still had time before December. So that's how I removed my mind. I was not going to go and serve with my mates. That's how on June 30th, I had gotten a job in Connect to resume July 1st. That's another story. I think I've talked about it on one of my videos. And June 30th, someone just called me that NYC saw that. I was like, what's my business? They're like, go and check. And I just checked. My name was number one in my department. I was like, someone she mistaken it. So when I went to school to collect statement of results, because you need statement of results to go, my HOD was like, you cannot go, blah, blah, blah. I felt bad. I remember talking to my friend, Shion. Okugbe Bello that I'm not going to. She was like, don't worry, God will make you. Because the day for the exam for the course I chose, FS 515, was going to be doing when we were in camp. And I don't know where they'll post me to. How do I come back? And I told myself I was not going to go there. I'll just refer my NYSC dates. But my friend was like, don't worry, God will do something. That's that year. They can postpone NYSC dates. Orientation camp dates. See, this God is a good God. So I was able to write the exam and I was able to go to camp with my mates. God is good. Blah blah blah. I've been through a lot in life, to be honest, and there's been a lot of ups and downs. Days in the hospitals when I thought in the hospital where I thought I was going to die. I've been in and out of hospital a lot. You see this hand that's collected a lot of drip. These two hands, like a lot of things have happened over the years. I've watched people think I'm a sickler and I'm AA, but the devil tried because I'm a special child. But the one that stood out for me this year, February 15th, you know, something happened to me and my husband, very, something very somehow that I'll talk about in a very separate video later on. Sometimes next year I'll talk about it. And it was a very bad situation, and I didn't know it got to me. And then February 15th, the day before, a day before a day after Valentine. Myself and my husband have had Valentine, and the next morning I passed out. You know the details of the story of that one. Another video I'll talk about it. I passed out and I was rushed to the hospital. Best believe I was gone. I was gone. My husband, thank God that Daddy Alaba, one of our friends, was around to drive the car. Guys, I was gone. I was struggling for my life in the hospital. You know, when I go to the hospital, I used to hear that they bring people to emergency. I was... I could hear faint voices of people screaming, do this, do that, telling my husband, go and buy this, go and buy that. He was running around. He wasn't sure if I was going to make it or not. I was gone. When I eventually opened my eyes, I could not talk. I could not talk. I couldn't even recognize people. I was just looking, faintly. I could not really hear. The whole thing made me go, I lost my own nervous system control. I could not talk. I could not, just looking, just like more like a newborn baby that just come back to life. And the first quarter of this year was a very terrible time for me and my family. Very, very. Even after leaving the hospital, it was a lot. Debola, that stuff is disturbing. Debola. Sorry about that. Can you put it off? Sorry about that. See, that's the thing. I can't even edit it and start removing all this. It's just, I was just there in the hospital, and I could see my parents, my mommy and my daddy rushed down. My mommy was supposed to go for a Foursquare women program. I think pastors were like, she could not go. She had packed her clothes. She was supposed to be one of the class. She had to stay with me in the hospital. You see that woman? She's a blessed woman. She has done a lot for me. Staying in the hospital with me, doing all sorts. I'm so blessed to share the same birth month with her. Debola, you are really disturbing me. Share the same birth month with her. I'm so glad. To be honest, I didn't know how this video was going to go, and I don't know. This video is only 28 minutes. So God gave me a second chance. Life hasn't been all fair to me. I've had my own lows. I've had people. I remember when I worked in Lab. Oh God, I didn't want to mention the name of the organization, but I worked with a very toxic human being that called herself a boss. Very toxic. She made me feel less of myself. Yesterday I went for the birthday of my friend George, and I was just thinking about how she had said we cannot become anything in life without her. And today I look at myself and I'm glad where I've gotten to. Many people today work with a lot of toxic bosses, and you stay there. they rubbish you, they make you feel less of yourself. But I'm grateful to God that I'm who I am today, and I do not take it for granted. In April this year, I had to resign from my 9 to 5 job and get back to working remotely. It wasn't easy. It was a hard decision to me because of my health. My health was that bad that I had to leave my job. But I'm grateful to God where He has brought me to today. I'm alive. I'm fine. Things are working for me. Even those that did not wish me well. See, in life, be careful of the people you trust. Not everybody that laughs with you actually means well for you. But please, if there's anything you're going to do as I'll clock in 28 tomorrow, please just join me in worshiping God that I'm alive. Mo wà láyé, mo wà láyé, ọpẹ́ ló yẹ. They said if my husband had brought me just few minutes later, maybe by now, they'll be doing remembrance, they'll be doing postpartum, maybe posthumous happy birthday for me. Oh, glory to God. Glory to God. This video is already 30 minutes. Please. I was always going through my emotions. But like I said, I owe you videos. I'll be explaining in details what really lets mine be lifeless. God is good and kind. Sorry that this video is long. Thank you for watching.